So in this video I'm going to explain solution of Codeforces around 920 Redwood Division 3. So in this video I'm going to explain solution of first four problems. So let's start with problem number A. The name of problem A is square. So what problem is asking us to do simply, they will be given I will be given some number of points that will be regarded as a square and they are all shuffled, right? For example, you can say I have 1 comma 2, 4 comma 5, 1 comma 5 and 4 comma 2. These all indexes are belongs to a square, and these both the indexes are shuffled. Now I have to tell them if these coordinates belong to a square, then what will be its area? Okay, so it is a simple problem. For example, how to solve this problem? You know the side of square is equal. Okay, so all the sides of square are equal. So I will simply calculate the length of one side. How I can calculate side of one length? I will simply calculate the minimum of y index and maximum of y index. For example, you can say the minimum of y index is 1 and maximum of y index is 4 and the difference between them 3, and the difference will be regarded as a side of a square, and that is the similar length with the breadth also, because my height and breadth are equal of a square. So I will simply calculate the height of the square like this by calculating the minimum and maximum of the y index and making and finding the difference between them, and when by multiplying difference both times I will get the square, or I can say I will get the area of that square. For example, in this case, you can see my difference is 3. 1 minus 4, I can get 3, and 3 into 3 is 9. So, area of this square will be 9. Okay, so let's now discuss problem number B. The name of problem B is arranging gats. Okay, so I will be given two strings in this question, and I have to convert string 1 into string 2. And, and I have given some number of operations, and the operation are like that. I can make any of the ith character 0 equals to 1, and I can also make any of the ith character equal to 1 to 0. And similarly I can make one more operation. For example, I have two characters, one character is 1 and other character is 0. I can swap both of them. I can make first as 0 and second as 1. So the cost of each operation is 1. So I have to tell them what are the minimum number of operations I can perform so that my string S is converted to string F like this. Okay, so how to solve this problem? So there's a pretty much simple observation to solve this problem. Like I will show it here. So you can see this is a test case. So tell me if you are given some pairs like 1 0 and 0 comma 1. So what is the minimum number of steps to solve this? I can say to make it like 0 0 1 1. So what is the minimum number of steps to convert this into this? You can say that I can make it like I can make this 1 as 0 and I can make this 0 as 1. Okay, so two steps I can use, but no, this is not optimal. There's a one more operation. You can see I can swap two numbers. For example, if I'm giving 1 comma 0, I can make it as 0 comma 1 in a single operation only, right? So here also I will use this operation only. I will replace 1 comma 0 with 0 comma 1 in a single operation, which means if I'm having a pair of 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1 in a single operation, I can make them equal, right? 0 0 and 1 comma 1. I will only require one single operation to make this. Okay, so I think the problem is solved. How? So first of all, I will calculate the number of pairs. For example, if I'm having like 5 pairs of 1 comma 0 and suppose 7 pairs of 0 comma 1. Okay, now in a single operation I can make this equal to this one. Okay, so in the 5 operation I can make 5 pairs. Yes, I can make 5 pairs. So by using 5 pairs, how many this configuration I will left with? I will be left with 0 configuration of this. And how will be this? But here you can see I will be left with 2 configuration, because I will only calculate, I can only make it equal in this case only. So if I'm having the two strings of two indexes for this configuration like 0 comma 1 and 0 comma 1, now how I can make this equal to 1 1 and 1 1? So now you can see I have no more operation left, so I have to convert this. I will make this 0 as 1 and make this 0 also 1. So for both of the times I have to use single operation, right? So I will add 2 in my answer. So now you can see the count for converting 5,7 to 0,2 will be 5, because you can see to convert this pair into this pair I will only require one amount of operation. So to convert 5,7 pairs I will use a minimum number of pairs among these and convert all of them. So by using minimum number of operation I will convert all of them, and the remaining will be two ones. So to convert that to, I can use a single operation and make them equal. So plus 2. So answer for this case would be 7. So the answer is simple. I will calculate the number of pairs of 1, 0 and 0, 1 and convert the minimum of pairs to equals. And the left one I will use a single operation to make them equal. If I show the code is also easy. First of all, what I am saying, I am calculating the 1, 0 pair, then I am calculating the 0, 1 pair. Now what I am doing, I am simply calculating the minimum of count 1, count 2. For example, in this case, you can see that is equal to 5, right? So minimum of 5, 7 is 5 only. So which means I can use 5 operations to make them equal. So using that formula, I can simply count 5 plus 5 minus 5, that is equal to this 7 only. Okay, so that's how I'm calculating the answer of B, and it is pretty much intuitive also. So let's now discuss the next problem number C. So it is a greedy problem, first of all. So what you can see, there's a guy named Stephen and he's a very busy person, and he have to send n messages at m moments. Okay, now what he can do at point 0, we can say at the moment 0, his phone battery is f units charge at left with them. Now you can see in a single moment its charging is drained by a units. Okay. Now there's another more option which he can use. Like he can turn off the turn off the phone by sending message, and by turning on the phone on the next time he will be sending message. So to use this operation he will be using consuming B units of energy at each time, and I will be given A and B. Now I have to tell them whether with the F unit of charging left can Stephen send all the M messages. Okay, so this is a problem. So how to solve this problem? So you can see it is also a greedy problem. Likewise, you can see you have case like 1, 3. You can say there is only one message which Steven want to send, that is 3. Okay. Now initial battery of his phone is 3, and the number of the battery percentage which is draining in each moment, that is equal to 1, and the operation which causes switching off the phone, that is equal to 5. So can Steven send a message at moment 3? Like once you can say he will always start from moment number 0, like 0 moment, 1 moment, 2 moment, and third moment is this. At this moment his phone battery is like 3. Okay. At this moment it will drain by 1, that is equal to 2. At this point it will be 1, and at this point equal to 0. Okay. Now you can see by not switching off the phone he cannot make in time, and his phone will be switched off before reaching the before reaching moment number 3. But if he uses b b if he switches off the phone at the moment number b, at moment number 0, that will require b or units of energy. Now you can see my 3 is was of course smaller than 5, which means if he switches off the phone at this time, then if he wants to switch on the phone at this time he cannot make in time, because you see my 3 is smaller than 5. So for this case my answer is 0. I can say no. So you can see my answer is no, right? So how to solve this problem optimally now? Let's see one more test case. The next test is like 7. Now you can see I will copy paste directly. Now you will understand why I'm saying that this problem is greedy problem. Because you see it's greedy only. So first of all, I am having 21 units of battery left. Okay. Now I am at movement number 0 and I want to reach movement number 4. So which operation is optimal? Like you can see how many A units of battery will be discharged if he does not switches off the phone. That is equal to difference between 4 minus 0, that is amount of time, into A, because as each moment his A battery is turning off. So this is the amount of battery which he will be required if he does not switches off the phone. But what is the amount of battery which he will be required if he switches off the phone? That is equal to 3. Okay. Now what is the value of A? That is equal to 1. So 4 is greater than 3. You know, yes, it is greater than 3. So I will choose to switch off my phone at moment number 0, and I will on at moment number 4. Okay, so because that is requiring minimum of operation, that is equal to 3. Because you see, if I choose not to switch off my phone, then I will be requiring 4 amount of energy, or I can say 4 amount of battery, which is of course greater than 3. So I will only use the smaller operation, that is 3. 3 units of energy by switching on the phone at moment number 0 and turning on at moment number 4. So this is the whole problem solution. At each point, I will calculate the difference between them. For example, the difference between 13 and 7 is 4. So I will calculate, is my 4 into 1 is greater than 3? Yes, it is greater than 3. So at moment number 13 also, I will always try to switch off my mobile and turning on at point number 70. So I will calculate this at each one index and choose a minimum of point number A and point number B, and whether and if I'm able to reach a last index, I will print yes, else I will print no. So if I show its code also, you can see first of all what I'm doing, I'm simply making a prefix, that is you can see at my moment at my first index my previous moment will be 0 only. Now what I'm doing, I'm simply calculating the minimum required, that is the A multiplied by current index minus previous index, comma B, because you see there is an operation like he will switch off the phone at my previous index and turns it on at my current index. So now you can calculate simply if my battery minus minimum required is smaller than 0, which means I cannot make it time as my current index. In that case, I will simply print no and return. Else, what I will do, I will simply update my previous as current index, because you see at the next moment my previous would be also be updated. So that's why I'm updating my previous and subtracting the minimum required energy. So if I am not breaking at any point, I will simply print yes and return. So this is how permutation of this problem. So let's now discuss the last problem which I was able to solve in the live contest. So let's now discuss the problem D. The name problem D is very different array. So what we are simply provided us like that, I will be given us array A of n size and array B of m size, and definitely my m is greater than n. This condition is satisfied. Now what we can do? I have to choose some number of I have to choose n integers from a B array. Okay, and place it corresponding to the my ith array. And I have to find the difference like it. Absolute difference between each and every index of my array A and the array which I have constructed using array B. And I have to tell them what is the maximum total difference which is attainable by assigning some n values from array B to array C. Okay. So how to find this option? So you can see this is a pretty much greedy problem also. So first of all, I will tell you the approach which I was using and that is not working in the first place. So let's suppose most of you have thought of this only, maybe or maybe not. So but I have thought of this. For example, if my first test case is like this, and interesting thing is that no test case is aligned such that you can figure out that part. You will always fail at test case number 2 in this problem if you are using only test case. Now you can see if this is my condition. Like you can see, first of all, I will sort the both of the array. I will sort 1, 2, 4, 6, and otherwise 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, and 7. Okay. Now what I will do? I will simply pick the first number like this. I have first number which value I should put corresponding to this number. I will always put the maximum number like 7. Okay, I will put it 7 right here. Now for 2, what value I should pick? Oh, I can say for 6, what value I should I should pick. So that is definitely the smallest one. That is equal to 1. Okay, I have taken. Okay. Now for 2, what value I should pick? That is equal to 5 because it is giving maximum absolute difference. So I will get it. I will write it 5 and 4 5 and 4. This number I will choose 2 because this is giving the maximum possible absolute difference. So for in this case, my answer is like 6 plus 3 plus 2 and plus 5 again. Okay, so the answer for this is this. Okay, that is 16 which I am getting. Yes, it is 16 only. Now you can see it is also greedy problem. Like first of all, what I am doing, I am simply aligning the elements, that some from starting and some from end, and find the absolute difference. But this is not always the case. Like for example, if I am having an array like this, suppose it is containing 4 elements, an array like, and suppose a bigger array like this. This is also containing some number of elements. So now you can see what I'm simply trying to do. Originally, I will align this number with this number and align this number with this number. Similarly, this with this and this with this number. Okay. So now I will find the answer because originally I was doing this only, but this is not the case. I have to try all the ways possible. For example, what do I mean by all the possible ways? First of all, I will select this array and try to find the difference with this array. Okay. Now in the next part, what I will do, I will break it for this part and this part. For this part, I will find the answer from this part because you see, for the maximum, I have to find with the minimum, and for the minimum, I have to find it with the maximum part. Right? For this part, I will find the difference with these three, and for the single one, I will try to find with this maximum one. Okay, one case. Now another case for the 2 and 2. If I am dividing in my array 2 into 2, what are the cases possible? So for this part, I will find the difference from this part, and for this part, I will find the difference from this part. Okay, this is also possible case. Now again, one more case, that is, I will divide like this and this. For this part, I will find the answer from the maximum 3 possible, and for the maximum of array A, I will find the difference from this part. Okay, which means somehow you can see it is a brute force type problem. First of all, I will break the array and pick, like you can see. Now you can see I have to choose some number of n integers, like this is of size n and this is of size m. I have to choose n integers from array B and align with corresponding to array number B and find the corresponding difference which should be maximum possible. So one possible way is choosing n integers from the left, choosing one integer, choosing n integer from the left. Next part, choosing 3 from here, 1 from here. Next, choosing 2 from here, 2 from here. Next, 1 from here, 3 from here. And last, all of the n from here only. So this is the whole problem of this problem. First of all, how you can solve this problem now. So hope so you have understood this part. First of all, I will find now next part is like how I can find the difference between them. I am calculating like 3 from here, 1 from here, or rather I can say I from here and n minus I from here, and minus 2 from here and 2 from here, like this only. So how to find this? I can simply calculate with using prefix sums and suffix sum. If I show its implementation, it is also very much clear. Like you can see, what I am simply doing, I will calculating the prefix sum of array A and array B, and I am calculating the suffix sum of array A and array B. Like okay, then what I am doing, I am simply showing my answer. What is my answer possible? My first answer is like suffix of B minus prefix of A. What does it mean? It simply means that suffix of B, right? Suffix of B, which means I am choosing all the n integers from the B right part, and you can see it is also constant. It is always constant. That is prefix of n minus 1, which means sum till till part, and suffix of B means sum till this part of this part only. Okay, I will find their corresponding difference, and this could be one of the answer, right? Okay, now coming into array deep. Now at index 1, what I am simply doing, suffix a of n minus 1, right? Suffix a of n minus 1, which means suffix till this part. Okay, now next, suffix of b till, like in, I will simply say how many corresponding number I will delete from for this part. For this part, I will choose from this part only, right? Now you can see next part. prefix of n minus I comma 1. I mean this part. Okay. Now for corresponding this part, which sum I should add? That is suffix of b for corresponding three numbers. Okay. Now you can see from the suffix I will minus the prefix and get the corresponding results as possible. Okay. So you can see this is the whole problem of this problem. Like I will break into 1 and 1 comma 3. Now next I can also do it like this. 2 from here, 2 from here, and write is 2 from here and 2 from here. Like then how I can calculate the answer? Suffix of a plus suffix of b minus prefix part of this much and prefix part of this much. And by using all the formulas I can simply calculate my answer, and the maximum of all the cases will be my final answer. So I hope so you have understood this problem also. If you have any doubts in all these three problems, you can comment me down. Until then, stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.